Welcome to another Youth Academy career mode where I am going to do so much better. I have a plan, guys, okay? From all the mistakes I made in the previous Youth Academy career mode where we created MGH United, instead, I'm just going to take over Salford here. It doesn't really matter what the club is. And I'm going to shift all of their current players on. Don't worry, we're not going to be using them for multiple seasons. I expect by season 3, every single player will be gone. To be fair, I'll show you in a moment, half the squad only have a year left, and I will not be renewing any contracts. But just see Salford as the vehicle to glory. We will win the Champions League with Salford, and it will be with Youth Academy players. Now, some of the mistakes I made were not using the loaning system enough. We will absolutely prioritize building for the future, not just for now. Which also means another mistake I made, and I will rectify, is not focusing on current overall so early on in the seasons. Later on, it becomes a little bit more important to get players that can play straight away. But for now, just focus on potential and loaning players out. The other thing as well, I will allow myself to sign Youth Academy players. However, they must be free. I cannot spend money on regens, new gens. They will need to be free agents only. So those are a couple of things that we will be doing. This is the squad we have at the start. But like I said, it doesn't really matter too much because honestly, I'm not expecting to get promoted with this team. It is just the beginning, and we will be replacing pretty much all of these players. Okay, so I mentioned it just a second ago. We have a lot of players that will not be here this time next season. Look at this. So from Matt Smith here, great as Doctor Who. Is it Matt Smith? Look at this. There's so many players, and we've got 3 players on loan as well, so these guys will be gone. This is half the squad. More than half, almost. I think it is actually more than half. So that is a big problem. We need to get players in. And one thing that I've decided to do is, by the way, I will not be using default Youth Academy players that were already here in the youth squad. I've got rid of them all. None of them were very good, by the way, just saying. But we are going to start from scratch. I've hired 3 scouts, and I'm only going to be doing 1 month scout reports. And I'm going to go position by position. I'm really going to prioritize certain positions. So, for example, for 1 month, I'll go to England, Iceland, and Croatia. Let's send them to their respective countries. I'll look for a goalkeeper in England, a right back in Iceland, and a right winger in Croatia. Something like that. Okay. Oh, and the other thing I haven't mentioned, we are not going to talk about objectives. Okay. I am sick of objectives in this game. If you think this is a problem and you are going to be angry at me for this, then I accept that. But I am not going to worry about objectives. I am using the mod. I will not have any issues with my manager popularity rating. So we can completely ignore this every single season. We will continue at Salford, and we will try our absolute best to get to the Champions League, regardless of results, morale, things like this. And of course, if players want to leave, I'll let them go because now I can replace them. It's going to be a lot better. But we should have 99 manager popularity rating consistently, which makes me very, very happy. So what do we need? Let's just decide that first. And by the way, we're going to do a season per episode. So we could be doing 10, something like that. I'm not 100% sure. We will need a goalkeeper for sure. Left back is not ideal, but we've got a good one in Luke Garbett, who I've made captain actually. Centre back, we look okay. To be fair, the best way to do this is probably just to look at the team that I've put forward here. I'm going with a 4-3-3. I think it's probably the most balanced and easy to use system. I'm using Gegenpress, and Pep Guardiola is manager, by the way. So he loves a 4-3-3. Looking at this team, we absolutely need a right winger. I do have McLennan and Chesters here, but they can't play as right wingers. They get the out of position exclamation mark. So obviously I'm going to be simulating. I need to have players that play in these positions. So we will go for a right winger. I think potentially... See, the thing I've got to look out for is age as well. We've got okay ages around defence. I think midfield is a little bit older, although we've got 23, 27. It's not too bad. Maybe a striker, just because if we get a lethal striker, it helps so much. So why don't we go striker in England, right winger from Iceland, and then goalkeeper from, what was my last one, Croatia? I think we do that. The thing is, we're going to waste a lot of money doing this. The lowest you can do is 3 months, obviously. And I was just going to go ahead and bring them back every time they bring me a scout report. Should I be doing 3 months, or should I do this? It's just going to cost me a bit of money, but I've got the money to do it. We'll see. We're going to go with striker, like I said, in England. And then we will go to Iceland with, what's his name? Berndsen. Okay. We will go with a right winger. Hopefully, we get left-footed players. You know, I like an inverted winger or inside forward. We got a lot of left wingers before. I'm sure we'll get lucky. And then we'll go to Croatia and make sure we get a good goalkeeper early on. Wait, what? There's no Croatia. I can't go to Croatia? Okay, let's do Serbia, I guess. That's really strange. Luckily, in FC25, there are 160 countries, so Croatia will definitely be one of them. And just because I'm a little bit funny like this, I'm going to sell any players that don't have an in-game picture. It just bugs me, so everyone else will be staying for the first season, but if they don't have a picture, they're gone. I hate looking at blank pictures. Am I the only one? I already have a thing about players that don't have real faces in the game. This is just as bad. They need a picture. So I will try and sell a few of them. Time now for the first game of the season. Why is it snowing in the background? Does it always do that? I don't think it does. What? It's snowing in this arena. Anyway, as if it matters. I think, you know, we're going to be using the calendar to sim a lot. But for the first game of the season, let's see how the team gets on via a quick sim. I have no idea if we're going to be one of the favourites for promotion, if we're going to be fighting for mid-table. Are we going to be right at the bottom? Obviously, there is no relegation from League 2 in FC24 or in 25. One day, I hope they include so many more leagues. Imagine if they had the national leagues, and it'd be amazing, wouldn't it? But let's quick sim. And our first result is a 1-0 win. Okay. Do you know what? It's obviously possible we could get into League 1, but part of me hopes that we don't in Season 1 because I'm just using Salford as a vehicle, like I said, and I want to gain promotion with the Youth Academy players. But if it happens, it happens. And just like that, we have our first scouting report. Right, focus, Matt, because this is the problem. I get so caught up in recording and just talking, and I just forget what I'm actually trying to do here. So we are looking for, obviously, a good overall if we can, but mainly its potential. We want players that are going to grow into absolute superstars. So Warren, 65 to 89. Whoa, okay. Jamie Bailey. Yes, 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 yes. He is exactly what we're looking for. 55 to 75 overall, 80 to 94 potential. Absolutely perfect. Obviously, the value is good to look at. 375 grand, decent overall, but again, very good potential. Wait, we're looking for strikers, aren't we? He looks like a winger to me. Obviously, we can change position and all of that stuff. So I think those are the best options so far. Tommy Mills looks pretty decent. Remember, I can grow them in the Youth Academy if they're not old enough to use, or I can call them up into the squad and loan them out. I just didn't do it. I don't know why. And then I ran out of players pretty much because I wasn't allowed to sign players. So we've got two things that are going to massively improve our chances of growing as a team. I think the rest of these guys can go. I mean, Sykes looks decent. But I think, you know, we've got 3 from England. I think that's a good start. And by the way, I won't show every single scout report because if I'm going to do a season every episode, I'll be here for an hour each episode. Although some of you guys would probably like that. I'm not sure my computer could handle the rendering and the storage after a while. Right, so we've got a 6'7" goalkeeper with no K potential, but this guy here, Jovanovic, sign him up. I didn't check his age. I think he might be ready to play now. And I'm not going to take any of these guys. But this is the process I'll be going through. And I'll show you the big players that I get, of course. So over now to Iceland. And we've got... Ooh. Okay, Peterson. We were looking for... Was it right winger? I think it was right winger, wasn't it, from Iceland? Yeah. He looks very good, actually. Good overall. Very good potential. Another one here, Hansen. Very decent. Right-footed, though, so I'd probably convert him to left winger. Peterson, maybe not. Ooh, Magnusson. Okay, huge potential and a very decent overall as well. I would say we've got off to a very good start here. Oh my God, Bailey is 64 rated. See, straight away, he's in the team. He's just in the team. Promote. Welcome. Magnusson. Again, another incredible option already, 61 rated, into the team. I can probably sell a few more players. It doesn't just have to be the blank picture players. So Mills, the potential isn't great, but that's where loaning comes in. This guy could be a really good option for us in the future because that dynamic potential could kick in. And obviously when you loan players, they can glitch out and just be incredible. The goalkeeper isn't old enough yet, but he's going to be very, very good. And don't worry, I will be doing development plans on all these players. But again, I just won't show everything because we'll be here forever. So players like Connor Lawson, for example, he's obviously not going to improve the team massively. And he's 17 with a very decent potential. Just loan him out. We should be able to get a loan deal sorted before the end of this transfer window. Bailey's come in. He's got potential to be special, and he's got the number 10 shirt. Easy 64 rated player straight away. Do we loan out Magnusson? No, I don't think so. But maybe I could just send Chester's back. He's just on loan, and I don't really need him, but that's okay. We'll keep him for now. And obviously, we couldn't call up the goalkeeper just yet. But this is just an inside look at what I will be doing and potentially kind of off camera. You won't see everything. Do I just go another month with those players? It wouldn't hurt to do maybe 2 months instead of 1 month. And then I'm only recalling them 1 month off their full mission. I think 2 months is a good start. So now we do another month here. Oh, wait, no, I need to do the emails, don't I? I need to make sure we get players loaned out. I'll just have to do this bit slowly. And this is exactly what I thought would happen. Loan to buys, which we're obviously not interested. We just want 1 year loans. So I will always delegate 1 year loan. But Lawson already getting offers. That's great. We've just had a transfer offer come in for Magnusson. 870,000, just instant profit if we wanted it. But of course, we don't. He's going straight into the team. I would imagine at least getting quite a lot of games as a 61 rated player and only 17 years old. So this is a block. I will block offers on any of my key new players. Here is another fantastic youth player that's just popped up. We've got Luca Skinner and 71 to 94 potential. Sign him up. Oh, another one. Good potential. Not very good overall, but probably still worth taking considering no one else is good here. And we've got another absolute beast of a goalkeeper. 6'7" at the age of 15. 47 to 63 rated, 74 to 94 potential. Sign him up. And unfortunately, the others not so good. But I think we're pretty good for goalkeepers now. Oh, Peterson. Hello, 52 to 70, 73 to 94. Sign him up. And unfortunately, doesn't look like there's... Oh, good overall. Very good overall. Jakob Hansen. Yeah, and the others aren't very good. So now I recall my scouts and send them out on another 2 months for different positions. And look at that. I'm just building up my team slowly. I rushed that youth academy thing before so much. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I was lazy with it. I just wanted to just sim seasons and just hope that I did well. I'm planning this one out so much better. Here's an interesting one. So Arthur Rowland, and this is another mistake I made before. I wasn't picking out certain players that were just so clearly in their wrong position. So Rowland here, or Rowland, is a striker, 42 rated, but he just isn't a striker. Look at his shooting. Look at his passing. I mean, his passing isn't, I guess, the most important stat as a striker, but he is so clearly a midfielder. I think it just completely makes sense to convert him to Cam. So this is another thing that I'm going to be really making sure I give attention to. We've got another striker here, Luca Skinner. What a name. Love that. Left-footed striker, 6 foot. He's got everything I would want in a striker, but at 17, he's probably enough not to be loaned out and just to use. So another thing that I will be making sure I do is keeping players and not just simply loaning them. I need to find a balance. I think he's probably good enough to get into the team. At the moment, we have Hendry as our striker, 63 rated. We've got Morton on the bench. I'm actually tempted to just throw Skinner in. He will fly up. It will happen pretty quickly. And I should put Magnussen on that left side. And I should put Bailey on the right side because... Wait, Bailey's right-footed. Oh, they're both right-footed. It doesn't matter. Let's put Bailey. He is the main guy. He's on the left and Magnussen can go on that right side. So I completed a full month, as you know, and this is what it looked like. A real mix there. No draws, just losses and wins. 3 wins and then the rest losses. Now I need to go a couple of days because I've recalled my scouts. So we're going to get a 2-1 win and a 3-2 loss. Okay, could be worse. So what do I need? Maybe we go for centre mid, CDM, centre back next. Let's do that, and I'll pick some random countries. I've decided that Arlo Platt, my English scout, is always going to stay in England. We are an English club. I think it's always good to have an influx of English players. And this time I'm going to go with... Should I go with a DM? Let's get our own kind of English Busquets. The new Declan Rice. That's what we want. So we'll go CDM in England. And then Berndsen. Probably easier to call him Bjarki. Let's go Denmark. And let's go with centre mid. And then Radic. Let's go to Africa. And let's do South Africa. No, actually, I'm going to go for Cameroon. It just screamed out to me as I went past it. And we're going to look for a centre-back. Into a simulation now, another month. 2-1 win, 2-0 win. Very nice. 0-0 draw. That's our first draw of the season. And another draw. Are we going to become Draw FC now? Another draw. No way. And another draw. What is that about? That makes no sense whatsoever. Okay, let's have a look at the current players we've got because they're all being trained. We've got a few position changes that are ready. I'm just making sure they're in their correct positions. And there we go. Rowland has gone up to 48 by converting him to Cam. Was that the right choice? Should he be a winger? Maybe he should be a winger, actually. Now that I'm looking at it, the dribbling and the pace kind of gives that away. But we've already got so many. I think I'd rather just make sure we get him playing at Cam. And I'm going to go through these scout reports now and hope that we get something really good. Although we've had some very good options already. Oh, Drake, 69 to 93. See if he's a centre mid. Might work out quite nicely. We'll sign him up. He's rubbish. Oh, Miller. Good potential. But I kind of feel like I can do better. Looks like we're only getting one Cameroonian player, Sidibe here. Not the tallest at 5'10". And remember, he is going to be a centre-back. But there's nothing wrong with potentially converting him to a DM or a right-back or a left-back. So we'll sign him up. We actually found an Ericsson. Of course we did. Very high potential. We'll sign him up for sure. Ooh, another good one here. Madsen, great potential. 76 to 94. Ooh. Very decent overall. We'll sign him up as well. It feels like my academy's already filling up. And here is a quick update on the Youth Academy because I might just do a few months in quick succession here, guys. So just to let you know what's going on right now. Anyone that's really bad, I mean, I'm looking at Rowland already and thinking he's probably too far gone already. He's not going to be good enough, but we'll leave him for now. That Sidibe guy was a centre-back, but I'm converting to right-back. I've got a centre-mid that I was going to convert to winger, this guy here, Madsen. So lots of stuff going on. Everyone's got a development plan, and there's a lot of players here. So it is going to get to the point soon where we're out of space, and certain players will need to be moved on. Do you know what? I think I'm just going to call it on Rowland. I learned straight away that I do need to focus and make sure players are in their correct position, but he just... Not only does he have one of the lowest potentials here, he is one of the lowest rated as well, so I think he's just going to have to go. We've gone from draws to wins. Look at that. Oh my God, 3 wins in a row. And then a loss in the cup, but we get to play them again, and we lost to them in the league as well. Brilliant. Oh my God, Jesse Wall, 84 to 94 potential. And he's going to be, what, a DM apparently. So we're out of space. We knew this was going to happen. So let's get rid of the lowest potential, I guess. Bertelsen, sorry, mate, you are gone. 58 rated, not bad, but he's gone. Mills is definitely not going to be good enough. Mendy is just someone we just got, and I think he's probably going to be a centre-back, you know. I'm just getting off topic here. I was looking at some incredible player there. Where is he? Jesse Wall. Wow. Sign him up. I don't think the rest were very good. Okay, so he is a CDM, centre-back, centre-mid, but he just isn't. If anything, he's a right winger. He's got 5-star skills. Yeah, that's not right at all. Maybe a cam, but 50 rated. Obviously, he's playing out of position. It's so obvious. 4 weeks to go to cam, 4 weeks to go to winger, 4 weeks to go striker as well. I think he might be my right winger, you know. I think he might be. All right, it's going to take 4 weeks, but I bet you his rating is going to get into the 60s. Look at that pace and dribbling. He could be like mid-60s. That's ridiculous. I'm going to be honest, guys. I don't think I can do a full season in one episode. It's just so much. Here's a look at my results recently, by the way. We had such a good October, unbeaten. Not a very good November, but December's going well. And I'm trying to get to the window now because then I can loan some more players out. But, oh my God. Do you know how stressed I get with all the emails? Look at this. We do have another scout report. Oh, there's been an approach to Elliot Watt. Okay, that's fine. Right, let me just go through these reports and update you. Looks like we've got another incredible Cameroonian centre-back, Serene Sao, 6'6", worth almost $750,000. I mean, geez, he looks insane. Sign him up. Remember that Jesse Wall guy? I just changed his position and he has gone up 18 ratings. He is absolutely going to be my right winger. Unfortunately, he's not old enough yet. So we will just go ahead and put him on inverted winger, get that shooting stat up. But guys, we have completed the first half of this season in terms of the youth reports. We're not going to get any more now. So what I'm going to do is get into the transfer window. Let's see what results we get here. A 1-1 draw, a 2-2 draw, a 2-2 draw, and a 1-1 draw. We are quite literally turning into Draw FC. By the way, I haven't checked where we are in the league, so this is the first time I'm looking. That's not where we want to be. Let's go to League 2, and we are 9th. So we're pretty much an average mid-table team, and that's fine. I haven't checked to see how our striker's doing. I haven't really looked at that at all. Skinner hasn't gone up? Really? Okay, well, Bailey at 65, Magnuson 62. We're looking pretty good. But in the next episode, and again, sorry, I'm not going to be able to get a whole season in one episode. Not yet, anyway. I'm sure later on in this series we can, but I've got a lot of squad management to do. I need to make sure I'm loaning out some players that are probably good enough to come into the squad next season. For example, Mendy here could go out on loan and do well. So I'm going to do that kind of off camera because otherwise I'll be here all day. And when we come back, we will finish off season 1. We'll do a few more scout reports, of course, and we'll just see where we get.